Duan. Thank you for joining me at Maria Loves to Talk. And what I'm talking about, you guys, no, I'm not talking about candles. I'm not talking about perfumes. We're not talking about Valentine's. You know the drill. Go get you some snacks. Come on back. Let's get into this video. And if this is not for you, hey, that's okay. There's a billion videos out there on YouTube. And YouTube is free. You can make your own video. So, hey, it's from Texas. Do not understand why people are on the internet meeting men, or men meeting women, or men giving random women that they just saw walking down the street or in the convenience store a ride. I don't understand. I don't. So here, this comes from New York Post, and the title says, "New boyfriend charged with shooting death of Texas teacher Wendy Duan in her backyard." Wendy, D-U-A-N, Duan. I don't know if it's Duan or Duan. I think they said it was Duan. Nice looking lady, professional lady. Okay, Duan was the boyfriend of Texas elementary teacher, shot, deleted. I'm sorry, you guys, I keep forgetting. Gotta use deleted here on.
In the murder of an elementary school teacher, Wendy Duan. She was shot and killed at her Sugar Land home. Investigators say she met the suspected gunman on a dating app. They reportedly knew each other for only a week before Sunday's shooting. Investigators say Duan got into an argument with Jarvis Thompson. She was shot several times in her backyard.
Right now, Thompson is awaiting extradition back to Texas. The fugitive task force found him in Shreveport, Louisiana yesterday. Brittany Ford has more on the arrest and joins us now. Brittany.
Well, investigators say that Thompson was in Louisiana for about 2 days at an unidentified home before he was arrested. Today, authorities gave us new details into how the two met and what led up to the murder. 26-year-old Jarvis Thompson has been charged with capital murder for the death of 28-year-old Wendy Duan. Police say the two had met on an online dating app called Meetme.
The information that we received was they met online on an app, and they knew each other exactly about a week. I think they met a couple days prior to New Year's Eve. But the first time they'd actually physically seen each other was New Year's Eve.
Investigators were called to Duan's home in the New Territory subdivision in Sugar Land Saturday night after neighbors heard gunshots. When officers arrived, they found Duan shot to death in the backyard. Police believe a fight between the two led to shots fired. Thompson had been on the run for the last week before being located and arrested in Shreveport, Louisiana.
It was a brutal murder, sadly for her and her family and her friends. So we're able to do our part, a little part in what we can do to try to bring him to justice.
Duan was a beloved Alief ISD teacher who had taught third grade at Boone Elementary for several years. The district's Twitter account is filled with photos showing her love for teaching and her students. In light of the tragedy,
there's got to be a general awareness.
Authorities are sending this message to anyone planning to meet someone online.
Communicating with your parents, your family, your friends. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm going out with. This is where we're meeting. Are we meeting in a very public place? Are there other people around? Things of that nature.
Now, Thompson is currently being transported to the Fort Bend County Jail. However, authorities tell me that could take up to a month. His bond remains set at $500,000. Reporting in Sugar Land, Brittany Ford.
Girls, same thing with you dudes. Stop bringing people to your house that you just met 30 minutes ago. They're not supposed to know where you live, your kid's name, where your kids go to school, how much child support your baby daddy or your ex-husband give you. They're not supposed to know that you won the lotto. They're not supposed to know where you work. You can tell them what you do, but they don't need to know where you actually work, and you don't need to have them showing up on your job. Yes, you guys. According to Sugarland Police Department, the detectives quickly identified Thompson as a suspect after interviewing witnesses, reviewing surveillance video, and confirmed his vehicle from license plate readers. Did he really think he was going to get away? An arrest was issued Sunday charging Thompson with delete and his bond set at $500,000. Thompson is expected to be transferred to the Fort Bend County Jail. Miss Wendy has been teaching at AIC since 2017, teaching third grade reading at Boone Elementary. In December 21, Duan was named English as a ESL teacher of the year. Also, they're saying, I need to find something that her mom is saying. So they're saying she was very active. They're saying she was very active in her community. She was a humanitarian. She met this loser on Meet app or Meet Up. Why? I just have to go there, you guys. Did she tell her friends? Did she share with her friends that she had met this guy? You guys and gals, especially you gals, because it seems to be us that's being deleted, or you guys, because you gals, because and even, hey, even some of the married women, engaged women, been getting deleted as well. It seems like it's a war. It's a war on women, and it's real. And I will do a separate video on that. It is a spiritual war on women, yes. And also be looking for me for I will be doing one on the Missy Beavers, the lady that was deleted in Midlothian, Texas, the gym fitness instructor. My take on it, I'm talking. They had met on the Meetme dating app. Okay, so it's called Meetme, which made Wendy's mother uncomfortable. Her mama had some sense. You little young gals, y'all need to start listening to your mammies. You need to start listening to your aunties and your godmamas or great granny, because they got some sense and some wisdom, okay? And they have discernment. The distraught mother says she had a bad feeling about Thompson and warned Wendy about the danger of meeting a stranger online. The mama told this young lady, and the mother said she didn't want to show her picture. She showed me the picture. Wendy mama said, I don't know his name. She just saying, do you like him? And the mama said, I said no. Okay, despite her strong intuition, Wendy's mother never imagined her daughter would end up deleted. It's unbelievable, she said. I'm gonna keep it real because you know I'm nosy, and I've been on several other people's pages on the Facebook, on the Twitter and whatnot, and a lot of things that I've been seeing people keep saying. I know she's Asian, Miss Wendy. I don't know if she's Vietnamese, Chinese. But what people were saying is that they were shocked because normally Asians are Asian or mainly like Chinese, Japanese, even Vietnamese. They don't date outside their race. If they do, if Asian women when I normally see them, especially when I worked at Costco, they be with white men. I'm just keeping it real. And so that's what people were saying. They're shocked that she even wanted to date or hook up with a black man. And I don't know if the mother heard up and said no to her when she saw that man's picture. No, because he was black, and she didn't want to say, why you want to date this black man, or she just knew mom vibes because, hey, most of our moms are built-in psychics. They are. And then some of us, like me, my mom was actually really empath, intuitive, and was a psychic. So your mom and even some dads, I remember with Selena, the singer, the Tejano singer that was deleted by her so-called, the lady that was supposed to be her fan, who was working for her. The woman was like, ride or die, that she just loved Selena. And I remember reading something that her father said. He said that when he saw that lady, he didn't like her. And he told Selena, he said, don't hire her. I don't like that lady. I don't trust that lady. I don't like the way she looked or blah, blah, blah. He probably said more in-depth things. And y'all can look it up and see if I can find that quote that he said when he told the people. I'll put it up. You got to, even though y'all get grown, you're 28, you're 32, you're 25, you got to learn to listen to your parents' wisdom about things, you know. And it's so sad because we need teachers. Pretty young lady. It didn't have to end that way. The only thing I could think of, he either wanted some money because, you know, there's people on dating apps. That's what they're looking for. They looking to get money, okay? Or he wanted a place to stay, or maybe said, hey, you know, can I spend a night? And she's like, no, you know, you can't spend a night here. One thing led to another. But why are you carrying a gun on a date? So that tells me right there, he was up to no good. I'm just keeping it real. And prayers goes out to Miss Wendy, that she rests in peace and that her mom gets justice. Okay, moving on to the next one. Houston police. Okay, I noticed a lot's been happening in Texas. Houston, Dallas. A lot's been going on. And someone posted that. A lot been happening in North Carolina. All these places did not have crime. I noticed Memphis or Nashville has just gone just wow west. That used to be quiet little area, peaceful, you know, area. Not anymore. So Houston police searching for 2 men, 4 women believed to have set up a man leaving the gym. This dude, I don't want to say he was really gullible or slow or maybe lost in la la land. I probably thought he was gonna hit the lotto with 4 women or something. But he's 20. He's a kid. He probably didn't know no better. He still had the milk hadn't dried off his mouth. So this is what they're saying. 20-year-old was approached by 4 women as he was leaving a Planet Fitness. And the trouble started as they were getting close to their destination when one of the women started to get out of the car. Now, who does that in a car moving? Okay. Police have arrested a suspect. That's when the man stopped and a man pulled up to the driver's side with a gun. So she was letting her boyfriend or maybe her little criminal brother giving him a heads up. So here they're saying the victim said there was another man with a gun behind his car. Fearing for his life, he sped away, at which point when he sped away, the black male suspect discharged a firearm, striking him in the abdomen area. Police said the man saw a screen door open and asked residents in an East Side neighborhood for help until an ambulance arrived. 3 of the women were still in the car. I'm not laughing like, you know, I'm just like, 3 of the women were still in the car. And according to police, one of them eventually took the keys from the ignition and ran off. Police are looking for 2 shooters and the 4 women who they believe are involved in what appears to be a setup. So this is basically kind of like the honey trap. And check out my video when I talked about the dudes that got caught up. One got caught up in Colombia, Paul Wynn, and another guy, Saul Murray, in England. Wow. And he got shot, 20 years old. You don't know how long. I mean, if you have health care, how long he's gonna be out. I'm just sending out prayers and the light for that young man, because it's not right. There are people out there who really want to help folks when they see, especially when a man see a woman, a damsel in distress, that's just, I mean, a decent man, that's what he, want to do is help. But hey, when you see stuff like this, that makes a person say, I'm not going to help anybody. I'm not going to stop and give them a ride. I'm not going to stop and go to AutoZone and pick up whatever. I'm not going to stop and bring my window down and give them $2 or $3. Moving on. A woman's murder shakes Waller County community. Neighbors say suspect protected those he loved. Again, these dudes, they committing these crimes on women, or I don't know, going into a store, robbing a cell phone place, robbing, Burger King, and family members and friends are saying, oh no, he's a nice guy. He would never do that. I just saw him yesterday. So again, this also happened in Texas. Waller County, Texas. Friends and family say they are devastated by the brutal delete of Anggy Dicus, allegedly at the hand of her new husband, Jared Dicus. Nice looking, attractive couple. They look good to me. Diaz was this little ray of sunshine in his life, a neighbor who grew up with Dicus said. She was optimistic, he made her happy, and she kept him in good spirits. The newlyweds were married last October. These people just barely got married right before the holidays. Okay. So, and they showed the picture on Facebook. Eyewitness News talked with the people who said the alleged deletion is horrific and shocking. Deputies found Diaz Wednesday at 4:35 p.m. at the couple's home on Oak Hollow.
The young woman lived here with her aunt and uncle. They've actually put a small memorial behind me in honor of their beloved niece. She died, though, just down the street on the same road in a home she shared with her new husband. They were only married in October, and now he is charged with her murder. This is how friends and family remember Anggy Dicus, laughing, having fun, sharing her joy all over social media. Never could they have imagined that she was to be found decapitated, dismembered in a gruesome scene in her in-laws' family property. Her husband, Jared Dicus, is the suspect. This neighbor grew up with the family.
He was never the crazy one. He was never the type to go do something violent. He protected those that he loved and cared about.
Dicus and Diaz were newlyweds, meeting in early 2022. They were married in October by Waller County Judge Trey Duan. At the meat market where she worked as a cashier, her managers said they became worried when she didn't show up for work yesterday. The manager also explained that she had met Dicus and that the couple seemed happy, their relationship moving quickly from dating to marriage in about 6 months. The couple lived in a small house behind the Dicus parents' house. The parents called authorities on Thursday when they realized something was wrong.
Everything happened on the property, and all parts and pieces were recovered and submitted for evidence.
Waller County Sheriff Troy Guidry says Dicus remained on the scene as investigators arrived. They found a gruesome scene with blood and Diaz's body dismembered and a possible weapon.
The evidence shows it was a kitchen knife.
The sheriff says they're looking into whether drugs may have played a role. Distraught relatives are planning a vigil this weekend as those who knew them struggle to comprehend what happened.
Angie was, this like a little ray of sunshine in this life. She was optimistic, and he made her happy and kept him in good spirits.
In Waller County, Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
GoFundMe page for her burial. This is sad. This is truly okay. So the goal is $35,000. So far they raised $30,970. I don't even understand. I mean, it's it's kind of like with that Brian Kohlberger guy from the Idaho massacre. You don't know how to because we're not criminals. It's hard to just try to wonder. Now they show where this fool went to the store where she worked and just leisurely went in there, opened up the glass door, got him a can of beer, and walked out and didn't pay. I don't know, I forgot what time they said it was. So I don't know if he was on substances, was he drunk, did she marry him? I don't know, let's keep it real. For a green card, did he hoodwink her, make her think he was her knight in shining armor? I just think that 6 months, unless you've known the dude previously, but just to hook up with a dude, I know a lot of young girls, especially young girls, you know, everybody want to get married and they want to be just, you know, you want to be swept off your feet. But you got to, and the same thing with a dude, you got to know who you're dealing with. You got to see, how does this person act? One of my coworkers from my other job when I was at Sam's was telling me about someone that worked with her at Walmart. You have to know, how does this person act when he doesn't get his way, when she doesn't get her way? How do they act when they're sad? How do they act? How do they manage money? How do they manage, or how do they act when they drink? Are you gelling with his parents? Are you gelling with his family members? This is sad. Again, prayers go out to this young lady, but golly. And then they said he was out already on something. He was already out. They didn't say what it was. He was already out on bond, and now they put him on another bond. I read it was he's on a $500,000 bond. You left your newlywed beloved her head in the tub. That's where the cop, Sheriff Guidry, found it, and the rest of her body. You can tell she's a little bitty lady. She looks like she's about 5 feet, maybe about 90 or 110 pounds. He left the rest of her body in another part of the house. I can't even use a knife to cut a little piece of tilapia fish. You can barely use a knife to cut into chicken, or sometimes even an apple. So how in the heck he was able, or what kind of knife that was, he was able to just, really? Somebody you said, pledged that you was going to worship, love, take care during good times, bad time, and this is what happened. And poor thing, she was too scared to tell the co-workers, because I worked with a chick one time, and when she did that, had a whirlwind marriage with a dude that was friend to another friend where we work. And when they did eventually break up, she said, well, I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to leave him because I didn't want you guys here at work to laugh or make fun of me. But it was already going wrong before the 6 months. Before even 6 months, she said she saw things in him she didn't like, but she didn't want to leave because she was scared of what the co-workers was going to say. Gonna get mad or angry, and I saw other people in the comments mentioning it too. I know a lot, I wouldn't say a lot, but I have read magazines like Latina. There was another magazine. My sister works one of my sisters work in a medical facility, and 2 or 3, I would say her homies, they are young Hispanic women. They're all in the same age, whatever, they're in the same age group. And I have heard people say it, and she had brought it up, that when I don't know if it's the same thing with a Latino or Hispanic man, but when Hispanic or Latino women, especially they're from another country, not in the U.S., that's like winning a lotto to marry a white guy or white man. And I don't know if it depends on if he got money or what. But this guy, as you see, he look halfway decent. He tall. To me, I'm just going to keep it real because I'm short. Everybody in my family's short. A man that's 6 feet tall, I don't care if you cute, ugly, black, white, blue, brown, just you being 6 feet tall, that's 40 points right there. He's already ahead of the game. But yeah, so in a lot of the communities, that's a stair stepper. He's gonna be an excellent husband, and so that's probably why she didn't want to leave. When she saw he was acting a darn freaking fool, he did that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde on her. She was too ashamed, like my friend. Well, her husband wasn't white. He was a man from, I think, from Louisiana. She was too ashamed to tell people, hey, I'm gonna have to leave this guy because he's not what I thought. And you know, because I'm one of them people that she was gonna have some people say, we told you so, we told you so. You married him too fast. You didn't get to know him. You didn't date him long enough. And I think that's what happened to this young lady. And the idea that he had this chick, to me, I ain't working no 2 jobs. I'm just letting you know. I work 1 job. I might work a part-time job, but I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all want to be mad at me? I'm not working no 2 jobs and you got a man in the house. I can see working 2 jobs. You don't have a man in the house. You by yourself. You got kids or whatnot, or you taking care of your elderly mom or grandma. But I got a man in the house and I'm working 2 jobs. I think he wanted this chick's money. I think he was using her. I'm alleged that he probably was doing some kind of substance and he wanted her money, and she knew that she had a certain amount of money she had to send back home to take care of her elderly, sickly parent. And I'm just going to leave it to set a prayer for her and her family for justice, because I really feel his parents knew what was going on, that their son was in there whipping up, beating on this girl, and no telling if his brother could have been involved, since he has a brother in the home. No telling, but I'm pretty sure, as they say, what goes up must come down.